thousands of degrees of molten wax suddenly flip over. It pours directly onto the woman's face. By the time staff find her, the wax has completely solidified, encasing her entire face, making it impossible for her to breathe. The staff quickly call for backup. Rescue crews arrive on the scene in no time, but the sight of the woman leaves them completely shaken. The wax has already turned rock hard. Melting this kind of beeswax would require insane temperatures. Trying to melt it off with a torch clearly isn't an option here, but the woman is seconds away from suffocating. The team decides they have to clear her airway first, before doing anything else. They use a blade to slice through the wax over her mouth, trying to give her a chance to breathe, but they realize the wax has already blocked her throat. To get her breathing again, a teammate grabs a flexible tube and forces it down her throat. Once they hook up the ventilator, she barely clings to life. The team brings her back to headquarters for treatment, but just as they are about to head out, one member notices something strange on her hand. The bracelet she is wearing is incredibly eerie. Ever since she put it on, she has been cursed with non-stop bad luck. Just a few days ago, she bought this thing online, thinking it would change her fortune, but shortly after putting it on, her chandelier suddenly crashed down, nearly killing her on the spot. Her friend called for help immediately. When the rescuers arrived, the scene left them stunned. The massive chandelier was pinning her down. Luckily, after a quick check, she was still conscious, and her life wasn't in immediate danger. The team tried to lift the light fixture, but the frame was embedded deep in the floor. Strangely, the woman seemed thrilled, believing the bracelet had saved her life. By taking the hit for her, the crew was honestly speechless. They focused on checking her injuries, finding her left foot was completely paralyzed. It looked like nerve damage, so the team decided to saw through the metal frame to separate the chandelier from the floor. Once they cleared the debris, they rushed her to the hospital. After several days of treatment, she made a full recovery, but then she went for a facial and ended up with boiling wax all over her face. Thankfully, the rescue team arrived just in time, saving her life once again. However, just as the crew was clocking out, they noticed the woman had left her bracelet in the truck. As soon as a teammate reached out to touch it, a colleague behind him suddenly wiped out. When they rushed over to check, they found gasoline leaking everywhere.